Alright, for this one we're going to do these belts here, these drive belts. And there's 2 bolts there and there. I already took that one off. Same thing on the other side. We have to pull this front section off of this rear section. To do that, we had to disconnect this rod to the chute. Also, for this cable, you can see how the cable was in there, like so. Now I can finish taking these out and separating this section from this section. Now I'm on the other side, taking these 2 off. Once these 2 are off, that should be it. I should be able to separate this 2 sections. And look at that, just like so. I'm going to also have to get this section off of here. So I'm just going to loosen up this one and this one and take it off. Now with these 2 bolts off, I should be able to take this off of here. Sure can. Look at that. We'll just put that off to the side. Got 2 belts here and 1 belt here. Looks like a tensioner right here. You can see that moving. It's kind of dark in there. Alright, let me see what happens here. So as I pivot this piece right here, I can kind of see what I need to do. I need to slip this top piece off here, these 2 here, and that's going to kind of free up my 2 halves. Okay, so I take these off the pulley, these 2 belts. Now I think I can go ahead and just push this piece back to separate it. And it's kind of on a hinged pin. I could take that and slide it forward off of there. But my gas tank's empty anyway from doing the other previous friction disc repair. So that's okay. So to give me some access, I might want to go ahead and just lay it flat on its back. Actually, look at that. I can lay it backwards and it's just holding itself on with that friction from the pin that's holding it on right on the bottom there. This might give me the access I need. Alright, so with these 2, we can see I've got easy access to replace these 2 now. Not a problem. This front one here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this spring off so I can remove tension from this tensioner. Just like that. Now I've got this spring off, I'll put it off to the side. Now there's nothing holding tension on this belt right here. So I should be able to now, I can go ahead and take it off. And I can follow this all the way around the bottom pulley. And I'm going to take it completely off. I've taken this belt off the lower pulley. And if you can see, right here is the belt. I've got to take it off the pulley and go inward with it so it can slide all the way up into this section here where that friction disc is, and we're going to just kind of slide it all the way up until it is out. And you might have to reach your other hand up there and guide it underneath that friction disc, because that's kind of where it's at right now. It's getting hung up on that friction disc. And I can't see what I'm doing unless I get under there, but I can feel the friction disc where it's held up between it. So let me take a look and get another hand in there. Alright, I just reached back down in there, back under that friction disc, and just kept pressing it until it slipped between the friction disc and this pulley plate. And there you have it. It's free. So feed it back down through this area, underneath the friction disc and around the pulley. what you've seen of that, but I was able to get that worked through just the same way I took it out. Now I'm going to go ahead and put the spring back on for this tensioner. Just like that. These will be a lot easier because they're ready to come right off. Have to get two hands on this one. There you have it. Once that's installed, I'm going to tilt it back together like this. I'm going to line up my holes. I'm going to put my bolts back in it. Alright, once we get this guard installed, I think they call it fingers, but you want to make sure you have an 1/8 inch gap on each side so it's not constantly rubbing on your new belts. So I just push in on this pulley tensioner here, and then you can get in there and you can see there's going to be a gap now. And that's what you're looking for. If you didn't have a gap, you're going to have to just grab hold of it and pull it one way or the other.